Welcome, coin enthusiasts, numismatists, and curious minds. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins from Southeast Asia, the 5 Piso coin of the Philippines from the year 2016. On the surface, it's an everyday coin commonly used in vending machines and jeepney fairs. But behind this modest appearance lies a story of rarity, minting secrets, collector obsession, and a staggering value, up to $74,000 for one rare specimen. In this comprehensive exploration, we'll uncover how and why a single 5 Piso coin can reach such heights. We'll look at the historical context of the coin, its design, the reasons behind its rarity, and what experts and collectors say. Whether you're new to coin collecting or a seasoned numismatist, this story has something that will surprise you. To truly understand the value of the 2016 5 Piso coin, we need to start with the monetary history of the Philippines. In 2016, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas BSP was still issuing coins from the new generation Currency and GC coin series, which began modernization efforts to enhance security features, deter counterfeiting, and unify the aesthetic of Philippine coins. The 5 Piso denomination, first introduced in 1975 in its modern form, has seen many transformations, from the large silver Marco Sierra coin to the more compact bronze-colored versions featuring national heroes like Andres Bonifacio and Emilio Aguinaldo. But in 2016, the BSP made an intriguing choice by returning to Bonifacio as the coin's primary figure, design that would become short-lived and mysterious. The 2016 5 Piso coin was struck in nickel-plated steel, had a diameter of 25 millimeters, and weighed 7.4 grams. The obverse displayed Bonifacio with the word Republica ng Pilipinas and the year of issue. The reverse featured the BSP logo and the denomination 5 Piso. It was practical, simple, and seemingly ordinary. So why is it so valuable? Here's where things get interesting. The majority of 2016 5 Piso coins are indeed common. They were mass-produced for circulation. But somewhere in that year's production, a mintage anomaly occurred. According to reports from advanced collectors, a limited batch of test or transitional strikes made it into circulation coins not meant for public use. These rarities are believed to have either been struck with experimental dies, made from plankets intended for other years or denominations, or possess minting errors that were never corrected. One such coin, a 2016 5 Piso, with a double die reverse and a planchette anomaly, was reportedly sold in a private collector's auction for $74,000 USD. Now, here's the key. The Philippine Mint has never officially confirmed the existence of this rare variant. That makes the hunt all the more thrilling. It's the stuff of legend among collectors, and only a handful of numismatists worldwide claim to have even seen one in person. Let's take a moment to understand why this coin can be worth that much. This wasn't just any 25 Piso commemorative coin. It was a highly rare error coin, possibly struck on the wrong planchette, misaligned, or double die. These types of minting mistakes, especially on a coin that was already rare, create a perfect storm for collectors. Imagine a coin that already exists in extremely limited numbers, now presenting a unique era that makes it one of a kind. That's the kind of rarity that fuels serious bidding wars among elite collectors. Error coins are highly prized in the numismatic community, especially if they come with documentation, provenance, and have been graded by an authority like PCGS or NGC, giving them a high mint state MS or proof PR rating. Reports claim this specific coin may have been in mint state condition, with a rare misstrike that made it stand out even among its limited brethren. The owner was approached by a collector from overseas, and after negotiations, the coin was sold for a sum believed to be around $64,000. Another factor that boosts a coin's value is its grading and provenance. Grading agencies like NGC or PCGS evaluate coins for condition, errors, and authenticity. Coins graded MS68 or higher are considered nearly flawless and can command massive premiums. In the case of the 2009 25 Piso, the high value was likely linked to mint state condition, an authenticated minting error, documentation from the Banco Central ng Pilipinas, possibly even historical provenance connecting it to an event or a government personality. Combine all these elements, and you can begin to see why this coin reached such heights. Filipino numismatic renaissance. In recent years, Filipino coins have begun attracting serious international attention. Collectors across Asia, Europe, and North America are now discovering the rich history and limited mintage of Philippine coinage, particularly during the post-independence era and transitional periods. The 2009-5 Piso is a perfect example of this trend. A seemingly modern coin suddenly vaulted into international prestige by rarity, condition, and mystery. For local collectors, this should be a wake-up call. There may be other coins in circulation or hidden in family collections that have unrecognized value waiting to be discovered, authenticated, and possibly sold for tens of thousands of dollars. So, how can you tell if you have a rare or valuable coin like the 2009 25 Piso? 1. Check the mintage year and volume. The fewer produced, the more valuable. 2. Look for errors, off-center strikes, wrong plankets, double dies, or missing elements. 3. Examine the condition. The less wear, the higher the value. Mint state or proof coins are ideal. 4. Get it graded. A coin with an NGC or PCG's certification is far more valuable. 5. Research its background. Was it a commemorative, a limited government release? 6. Follow auction results. Sites like Heritage Auctions, eBay, and Stacks Bowers can give you real-time value insights. Do you have a 2 Piso coin from 1980 for hiding somewhere in your drawers or coin jars? What if I told you that this ordinary-looking coin might be worth up to $90,000 today? Yes, you heard that right. A simple coin used daily in the Philippines during the 1980s has now become a rare treasure in the world of numismatics. But what makes this coin so valuable? Is it the metal, the design, or perhaps a mysterious error? Let's dive into the fascinating story behind the 1980 for Philippine 2 Piso coin and explore why collectors around the world are ready to pay a fortune for a single piece. In the early 1980s, the Philippines was undergoing political and economic transformation. The Central Bank of the Philippines was actively modernizing its currency system, replacing old denominations and materials. Among the key coins minted during this era was the 2 Piso coin, introduced as part of the Flora and Fauna series in 1983 and continued through 1984. The 2 Piso coin of 1984 was struck in copper nickel, had a diameter of 31 millimeters, and weighed 15 grams. It bore the portrait of Andres Bonifacio, a revolutionary hero and founder of the Katipunan movement, on the obverse side. His fierce and defiant expression perfectly symbolized the spirit of independence. The reverse side of the coin proudly displayed the Philippine coat of arms along with the denomination and year. But among the millions of coins minted, some stood out, and not because they looked different, but because of rarity, condition, and certain unexpected errors. At face value, the coin seems ordinary, but in the world of coin collecting, value is driven by scarcity, demand, condition, and sometimes mistakes. The 1984 Piso coin checks several of these boxes. First, the number of coins minted that year was limited compared to other years. That makes even regular specimens from 1984 somewhat harder to find. But more importantly, coins that have survived in mint state condition, that is, coins that have never been used, are scratch-free, and retain their original luster, are exceptionally rare. Then comes the mystery of mint errors. Some 1984 coins were accidentally struck off-center, had double dies, or contained subtle engraving anomalies that went unnoticed during production. These flaws, instead of lowering the coin's value, skyrocketed their worth in collector circles. One such piece, confirmed with a double die obverse and near-perfect condition, fetched nearly $90,000 at a private auction. Numismatists, or coin collectors, from Europe, the US, and Asia are always on the lookout for rare Philippine coins. Why? Because the Philippines has a rich colonial and post-colonial coinage history that is both diverse and artistic. The Piso 1984 is particularly prized because it sits at the crossroads of history and rarity. It's not ancient, but it's not modern either. It reflects a time when coins still held symbolic meaning and detailed engraving. Have you ever walked past a coin on the ground without thinking twice? What if I told you that a simple-looking coin, one you might find in your change or lying forgotten in a drawer, could actually be worth a fortune? Today, we dive deep into the fascinating story of a coin that seems ordinary, but hides a shocking truth. We're talking about the 2007 Philippines 1 Piso coin, a small piece of metal with a staggering value of $99,000 US in rare collector circles. But why? What makes this coin so special? And how can you know if you have one of these rare treasures in your possession? Let's begin the journey. The 2007 1 Piso coin is part of the BSP, Bangko Sentral NG Pilipinas series introduced in 1995 and continued until the late 2010s, made from nickel-plated steel. It features the portrait of Jose Rizal, the national hero of the Philippines, on the obverse side. On the reverse side, you'll see the seal of the Bangko Sentral NG Pilipinas along with the inscription, Republica NG Pilipinas, and the coin's denomination. By all appearances, it's a typical modern coin meant for daily use. Millions were minted. So why is one of them worth nearly $99,000? In 2007, the Philippine Mint was producing coins in massive quantities to meet public demand. But as with any large-scale operation, errors can happen. And it is a specific kind of error, combined with ultra-rare characteristics, that made a particular 1 Piso coin from 2007 a numismatic legend. Some coins from that year exhibit a minting error known as a double die, or a misalignment visible with a magnifying glass. Others have been discovered with planchette errors, struck on the wrong metal blank, or even with missing details on Jose Rizal's features or the BSP seal. But the holy grail among them? A version struck with mirror-like proof quality, never intended for circulation, likely a test strike or presentation piece that mysteriously ended up outside official records. Only 1 or 2 known examples exist in high-grade proof condition. These rare variations have driven collectors wild at auctions and private sales. In a private numismatic auction in early 2024, a pristine CRTIFIED proof-like 2007 1 Piso coin featuring sharp strikes, a flawless surface, and the famous die variation sold for an unbelievable $99,000 US. This sale sent ripples through the coin collecting community. Overnight, people across the Philippines and beyond began digging through their old coins, hoping to uncover their own treasure. The winning bidder? An anonymous Southeast Asian collector known for acquiring Southeast Asian rarities for a private museum collection. The coin itself now rests in a climate-controlled vault, protected by top-tier security, but its story has just begun. So how can you tell if your 2007 1 Piso coin is one of the ultra-rare ones? Here are the signs to look for. 1 condition, the rare version is in uncirculated or proof-like condition, no scratches, dents, or signs of wear. 2. Design anomalies. Look for doubling in the letters or design details, especially around Republica NG Pilipinas and Jose Rizal's name. 3. Die rotation. Flip the coin vertically. If the backside is misaligned, not upright, it might be a rotated die error. 4. Unusual luster. The rare coin has an unusual mirror-like shine, much brighter than typical circulated coins. 5. Weight and sound test. Rare specimens may have slight weight differences or produce a different ring when dropped on a hard surface, a result of being struck on a different metal blank. If you believe you have such a coin, never clean it. Instead, get it evaluated by a reputable coin grading service such as PCGS or. This story is more than just a tale of money. It represents a growing trend, the rise of interest in Philippine coinage worldwide. As collectors seek rare Asian and Southeast Asian coins, values have surged, especially for those with historical errors or limited mintage. The 2071 Piso coin is now a symbol of how a humble piece of currency, used to buy jeepney rides or street food, can hold immense historical and monetary value. Collectors from the US, Japan, Canada, and the Middle East are now actively seeking such coins, pushing prices higher with every auction. This isn't just a story about metal. It's a reminder that history hides in plain sight, in your drawer, in your wallet, in the spare change lying under your car seat. The 207 1 Piso coin from the Philippines might seem ordinary at first glance, with its nickel-plated steel finish and the iconic image of Jose Rizal, the national hero. Millions of these coins were minted for everyday use, making them a common sight in wallets, stores, and jeepney fares across the country. But hidden among these countless coins is a mysterious version that has shocked collectors by reaching a jaw-dropping value of $99,000. What makes this coin so valuable isn't just age or rarity. It's the presence of rare minting errors and the possibility of a proof-like strike, never meant to enter circulation. Some versions of the 2007 coin display doubling in the text, misaligned dies, or are struck on the wrong planchet altogether. The most valuable specimen discovered had a mirror-like surface, unusually sharp features, and showed all the signs of being a presentation or test strike, a coin that somehow slipped into the public's hands by accident. This particular coin caused a sensation when it sold in 2024 for nearly $99,000 in a private auction. The Beer, a well-known Southeast Asian collector, made the purchase through a Singapore-based numismatic firm. The coin was graded by a top-tier agency and placed in a protective case, further confirming its rarity and exceptional condition. The sale made headlines in the numismatic world and triggered a nationwide coin hunt across the Philippines. Sounds unbelievable, but this is not a myth. It's a numismatic revelation that has collectors across the globe buzzing with excitement. Let's dive deep into the story of the 2002 Philippines 25 Piso coin, a seemingly ordinary coin that holds extraordinary secrets, historical value, and financial potential. From its origin to its rare anomalies to the jaw-dropping reasons why collectors are willing to pay tens of thousands of dollars. Every part of this coin's tale is packed with mystery, rarity, and value. The 25 Piso coin was part of the Philippines Irap series, named informally after then-President Joseph Irap Estrada. However, by the time this coin was released in 2002, Estrada had already been ousted from office and replaced by President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Yet, curiously, his image remained on the specific commemorative issue. Why? Because the 25 Piso coin was minted to commemorate the 70th anniversary of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. But instead of featuring current figures or institutions, the design decision continued with the image of Estrada, making it an odd and politically charged release. For this reason, it was not widely circulated and became an instant topic of controversy. On the obverse of the coin, you'll find a bold and commanding profile of President Estrada, along with inscriptions in Filipino. The year 2002 is clearly marked, and the coin's weight and size make it stand out from other denominations. It's not just the design that turns heads, it's the limited mintage and the circumstances around its release that give it power in the collector's market. According to records, only a limited batch of these coins were actually distributed to the public. Most were held back, melted down, or locked in institutional vaults. The few that escaped into circulation did so either through collectors or those lucky enough to receive them during official commemorations. Because of this scarcity, the 202 25 Piso coin is one of the rarest modern Philippine coins ever minted. This specific coin, auctioned in a high-profile international numismatic event, wasn't just rare, it was graded as a near-perfect mint-state coin, with no scratches, no circulation marks, and the original luster fully intact. It had been preserved in pristine condition, a miracle considering most were handed out during events and ceremonies. More importantly, this coin featured a striking mint era, slightly off-center design, and a double die feature on the year. Errors like this, combined with historical controversy and extremely low survival rates, sent collectors into a bidding war. Coins are not just money, they are artifacts. Their worth is calculated by rarity, demand, historical relevance, condition, and unique anomalies. The 2025 Piso coin checks all those boxes and then some. It's rare. It's controversial. It features a president removed from power. It has documented mint errors. And most of all, it exists in very few examples in uncirculated condition. For Filipino collectors, this coin represents more than just monetary value. It's a symbol of a turbulent political era, of national pride, and of historical legacy. For international collectors, it's a dream addition to any Southeast Asian currency collection. If your coin has sharp edges, perfect details, and a mint error like a misaligned strike or doubling, you may be sitting on a gold mine. But don't rush to sell it. Authenticate it. Get it graded by a recognized authority like PCGS Legend. It teaches us that value can hide in plain sight. So next time you check your coin jar, pay closer attention. That one coin you thought was ordinary could be worth tens of thousands, maybe even $98,000 if it's the right piece of history. Have you ever thought a simple coin could be worth nearly $100,000? The 2000 to Philippines 25 Piso coin, once seen as ordinary, has shocked the numismatic world by reaching an astonishing value of $98,000. What makes this coin so special isn't just its age, it's the story behind it, the politics it represents, and the incredibly rare qualities found in only a few surviving examples. This coin, released to commemorate the 70th anniversary in 2002, after the presidency of Joseph Irap Estrada had ended, it still features his portrait. This decision stirred debates and limited its circulation. Most of these coins were either melted down or stored away, leaving only a small number in the hands of collectors or event attendees. The limited public release, combined with the political tension of the time, has added major historical significance to the coin, making it highly collectible today. The true jackpot lies in a rare era variety of this coin. One specimen was discovered to have a double die, strike, and slightly misaligned details, both features that dramatically increase its value. Graded in near-perfect condition, with full mint luster and no signs of wear, this specific coin created a bidding frenzy at an international auction, eventually selling for an eye-popping $98,000. It's a classic case of how a coin's value can multiply when history, rarity, and error come together. For collectors and coin enthusiasts, the 25 Piso 2002 is more than just a commemorative piece. It's a mystery, a political symbol, and a hidden treasure. And for those lucky enough to have one in excellent condition, the future could hold serious financial reward. But caution is key. Only coins authenticated and graded by trusted organizations like PCGS or NGC can reach those high market prices. Counterfeits and common versions will not have the same value. So before you dismiss the coins lying in your drawers or storage boxes, take a second look. The Philippines 25 Piso coin from 2002 might not only be a piece of history, It could be the investment of a life. Welcome to a fascinating journey into the world of numismatics, where history, rarity, and mystery come together in the form of a single coin. The 19891 Piso coin from the Philippines, a piece that, under certain conditions, is said to be worth as much as $100,000. That's right. One simple coin commonly seen in everyday transactions during its time could be hiding in someone's collection, quietly holding a six-figure secret. Today, we'll explore the story behind this incredible coin, from its origins and production to the characteristics that make it so valuable. We'll uncover the mysteries, examine the rare variations, look into expert opinions, auction results, collector demand, and even tell you what to look for in your own coin collection. Let's dive into the world of the 1989 one Piso coin and why it might just be one of the most sought after modern coins in Southeast Asia. Part 1. The historical context of the 1 Piso coin. In the late 1980s, the Philippines was undergoing a period of significant political and economic transition. Following the People Power Revolution of 1986, the nation was navigating through economic reforms and rebuilding institutions. During this time, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Central Bank of the Philippines, continued its effort to stabilize the economy and standardize the nation's currency system. The 1 Piso coin became a key denomination in daily life. It was widely used across markets, transportation, and commercial exchanges. The 1989 version of the coin was part of the Flora and Fauna series, a beautifully designed family of coins that reflected national identity and biodiversity. It was a simple, round coin made of nickel brass, measuring 25 millimeters in diameter and weighing 6 grams. But among these seemingly ordinary coins, something extraordinary would soon be discovered. Part 2. The design of the 1989 1 Piso coin. On the obverse side of the 1989 1 Piso coin, you'll find the profile of Jose Rizal, the national hero of the Philippines, a man whose writings and ideals contributed significantly to the Philippine Revolution against Spanish rule. Above his image is the inscription Republica ng Pilipinas, while the year of minting -1989 is placed below. A simple, proud, and patriotic design. Flip the coin to its reverse, and you'll see the face value 1 Piso in large type, accompanied by the image of the Philippine eagle, also known as the Pithecophagou jeffrey, one of the rarest and most powerful birds of prey in the world. Surrounding it are the words Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. The design may appear straightforward, but collectors have since discovered that certain versions of this coin, minted in 1989, possess subtle anomalies, making them incredibly rare and highly valuable. Part 3. What makes this coin worth $100,000? So how does a coin with a face value of just 1 Piso, worth a few US cents, come to be valued at a staggering $100,000? So how does a coin with a face value of just 1 Piso, worth a few US cents, come to be valued at a staggering $100,000? The answer lies in rarity, errors, and collector demand. Among the 1989 1 Piso coins minted, a tiny fraction are believed to have minting errors or design variations that were never intended to be released into circulation. These errors may include off-center strikes, wrong planchette errors struck on a coin blank, meant for a different denomination or country, double dies causing double text or images, missing elements such as the mint mark or specific inscriptions, transitional errors, where features from a previous or next year's design are mistakenly included. One particular version of the 1989 1 Piso coin is believed to have been struck on a planchette not intended for that coin, giving it a distinct weight, coloration, and sound. Other versions show an unusual font variation in the word Piso, which doesn't appear on any other coins of the year or type. These variants are what make the coin potentially worth tens of thousands, even up to $100,000. When authenticated and sold in high-grade condition, coin grading plays a critical role in determining a coin's market value. Professional grading agencies, like PCGS or NGC, examine coins under magnification and assign them a grade based on their condition, rarity, and error characteristics. A regular 1989 1 Piso coin in circulated condition might fetch $1 or $2 from a collector, but an uncirculated, mint-era coin, especially one with a rare composition or striking anomaly, can command jaw-dropping figures. In fact, a pristine 19891 Piso coin with a documented and authenticated error has reportedly fetched as much as $100,000 in private sales, while many 1989 1 Piso coins were minted. The rare error variants are estimated to exist in quantities as low as a handful, perhaps fewer than 10 examples worldwide. The low survival rate, combined with the difficulty of verifying genuine mint errors, means demand among collectors is fierce. The 1989 variant has become something of a holy grail among Filipino numismatists and international collectors of Asian coinage. Collectors in the Philippines, the United States, Canada, and Europe have all entered the chase for these elusive coins. Online auctions have seen bidding wars erupt for even suspected error coins from 1989. Meanwhile, coin forums are flooded with photos and questions. Is this the $100,000 Piso? The market has spoken, and the answer is clear. A truly rare and verified 1989 Piso can be worth a small fortune, while public auction records for this specific coin are rare due to the private nature of many high-end numismatic transactions. There are verified cases of high-value Piso coins, particularly those with authenticated errors, selling for thousands to tens of thousands of dollars.